first worksheet.
So you found this, so you add all the perimeters. Yes, that's part. Yes,
Vanilla? Yes, please. 1 second.
I'm very happy with myself. Last one I got right, so one got wrong.
What?
Last question, I got right, so one got wrong. So you see.
How did you do the last one?
So for the second one, just focus on this question. Let's see how
I know how to do this one. This one did. How about this one?
It's the same. Equilateral triangle.
It's the same.
Okay, so what's an equilateral triangle?
Same side, so it's all equal to the same
So
one.
what's that mean?
What? Same side.
And
Oh, why?
Miss
Oh,
Megan.
okay, I get it. Half AB squared, right? What the hell? This is the other one. This is another one.
so this is the second one, this one.
Yeah, it's
So
7.
just focus on this. Once you are done with this, raise your hand. I give you the second one. If I haven't given you yet. Done? Okay, perfect. Kelly, do you have this?
I mean, I can't, but it's still the same.
Did I give you this yet?
What's the height? Like
10. Why is it like 10 when the base is 10?
Oh, wait, no, stupid. Yeah, no, yeah.
Are you talking about this question?
I agree.
I have something tough.
Dude, how do you?
The height is thick. If this calculation is correct, this is it. That's all. Of putting it in this way.
I'll pull out my glasses.
No, it's because he's better at geometry.
Find the height first.
He's better at algebra.
So yeah, this is how to find it.
Yeah.
And you use it. And you put the units between
Geology
them.
is
Geometry. Geometry. I said.
Okay, put the units.
So annoying. I said.
we did see.
How do you do this?
Yes, what is it? Okay, I'll bring one now.
Find the area. Do you remember how to find the area of a triangle?
So the questions are here.
So,
The one I want to talk about.
so the angle, the area
Where are you going?
times height divided by 2. So you need to find the height now. How do you find the height? You divide it in half.
Base times 2.
No, that's 100.
No, wait. You said base times height divided by 2.
Yes.
So height
There's so much simpler work. Maybe you can Pythagoras. This times this. I mean, this times this. So then you do a squared times a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is a, this is b, and this is c.
Thank you.
Today.
I'm coming up.
Have I given any of
How do I show the step?
Oh, okay, that's why.
How did you show the step? Okay.
So everyone is currently doing the second one, yes?
Yes.
Is anyone still doing the first one?
Oh.
Okay, can you skip the first one if you're still, I think if you, unless you have a question, please skip the first one, move to the second one now. Because we're going to discuss some things, especially in the first few questions. First. Yes. That's when the D is greater.
No.
That's the whole point.
The first zero that I it's greater.
So do you know how to do it? You know?
Do you need help?
Can you write area is equal to? I've told you guys times a round number. When I say calculate area, you just write b times h divided by 2. It's not ideal. Of course it's correct, but learn to communicate properly. So start by saying area is equal to. So don't miss this area is equal to part. We're not just interested in your answer. Write it like a formula. Okay? Or you could write A is equal to. Don't just write B times H divided by 2. Preferably area. Describe what you are doing. Not just let us see what you have done. Describe it for us. If the question is perimeter, don't just write 2 plus 2 plus 3. Perimeter is equal to. Okay, you have to describe properly. Yes.
Oh, wait.
Yes, question.
How do you answer
By answering it.
Sorry?
If you don't know, skip and move to the next one. We're going to discuss.
Mr. Daniel,
Yes.
question, how do you do number 3?
The same question, if you know, I'll give you the same answer by doing it. If you don't know, skip it. We're going to discuss it.
By doing it? Okay.
You do it by doing it. If you don't know, skip it. That's the whole purpose of the discussion. So I want to have the discussion maybe in about 5 to 10 minutes. And after that, I'll let you go.
I just asked Sean later.
Do you get 36? Cost 36? Cost 36. What cost 36? Jordy.
I want to capture everybody messing around.
William should just repeat what he did. Like,
Who?
like, you know how he came? Because I was looking at the old videos, William was like coming in with the book on his head, right in front of the camera.
Wait, last time?
Yeah, like in P6.
Oh, so is he still doing the same thing now?
I want him to do the same thing.
William, so you have to repeat what you did in P6. Hopefully you still remember. Come on, that's a long time ago. Almost 4 years ago in the time.
Okay, well,
Yes, sir. Sorry, I'm just messing around with the camera. Yes, leave a fraction. Yeah. I said leave a fraction, so don't go further. Find sign, right? Just write down. I didn't say find x. So you don't you add sign. I say find sign x. Sign x is this. Understood? Mr. Jovino, get back to work, Mr. Jovino. Okay, these guys looks like they're planning a coup over there. We need to capture them on video. The coup plotters. They're planning a coup against math.
Oh wait, answer, wait, you didn't even get solved. Answer, you didn't even get solved.
Cool piano. With your octagonal water bottle. Hello, Miss Bookworm. Hi. Yeah, I get it too.
I'll take it. Yes, sir.
Even though I don't know what you're talking about, but I get it too.
I trust John.
You trust John? He has a good mathematical reputation since P6 anyway. So we can trust John. I said John has a good mathematics reputation since P6, so we can trust him.
I don't know about the last one. I don't know.
Divino, are you done? If you're not done, you should be busy working. Is there a question I should attend to?
Not really.
Not yet.
That was the question that you should try by yourself.
Okay.
I tried.
Okay. I will explain that in a bit. I just need you guys to try first.
I tried by asking.
Well, I said do it by doing it, right?
Yeah.
So.
I did it.
It's not very helpful, but yeah.
What's it called?
Like the ground.
So we have about 9 minutes. Can we go for a general discussion now? All right? So let's put this back to where it belongs. I think this should be a good spot. Our camera guy, you have to help us. Okay, maybe I'll just move it close to you again. Miss Justin, can you move? We don't kick you out of here. Just get a little bit. Okay. So that Mr. Thomas doesn't have to stress himself.
Thank you so much.
When trying to navigate the room.
Natanya is actually evil.
Oh, okay.
It's what?
I agree with that.
What did he say?
I didn't know.
I'm evil? He said I'm evil? I'm like the farthest from evil. It's so nice.
What?
Is this camera on?
Remember?
Oh yeah, no, you're not.
I know.
Okay, guys, discussion time. Guys, discussion time. So let's pick the first worksheet. The first worksheet, please. Just within 3 to 5 minutes. The questions that are highlighted here, I hope there are no issues with anyone. Yes? Okay, so somebody did, for the area of triangle, let's see. Okay, let's begin with how to determine whether it's the right angle or not. That's question 3. I've seen different solutions and none of them is wrong. Some people did something like this. For this, for whatever shape, okay, let's say for example, if the shape is 7, 8, and 9. Of course, there's no right angle here. That's the whole point of justification. Like, oh, is this right angle? Is it that Mr. Daniel forgot to put this, or is it that intentionally it was left behind, so it's not right angle? So there are 2 ways to go about it. Some people did, for this shape to be right angle triangle, a squared plus b squared must be c squared, right? So they tried to substitute to see if this makes sense. So a squared, let's say 7 squared, because there's no angle, so that we don't know which is O or A. So this must happen. Then you proceed. 49 plus 64 must be 81. Right? Now what is 49 plus 64? Last time I checked, that is 113.
Yes.
That is not 81. Can I say, oh, therefore, it is not a right angle triangle? That's one way. Another alternative approach to answering this question, which is equally acceptable, is what some people also did. So they try to assume this guy does not exist. So they try to find it. So they did a squared plus c squared, but b squared is equal to c squared. So they did 7 squared plus 8 squared is equal to c squared. So which gives c squared is equal to 49 plus 64. C squared is equal to 113. Then they found the square root of 113, which should be 10 point something. What? 10.6. And they said, which is not equal to 9. And the same conclusion, therefore, the triangle is not a right angle triangle. So either way is fine. But there's something that came up. While this method was being used, somebody got, for example, maybe 8.7 and was tempted to approximate it to 9. Do you understand? Do not approximate. Remember, all the figures you are seeing, they are exact. So if it is a right angle triangle, there should be no need for approximation to get that 9 back. Okay? So you cannot approximate the 1 decimal place, 3 figure, something like that. If it is not the same as what you are looking at, then it is wrong. Otherwise, just stick to this approach. Both methods are valid. So thank you for suggesting those solutions. Question 7 seems okay. You just have to draw a line, right, to make it a rectangle and a triangle, and you do the necessary thing. Because you have to find that slant side. I said total length of the wire, right? So this is 14, this is 12, this is 8. You need to find this. If you don't find this, you don't know the total length of the wire. Okay? And to find this means you got that, then this will become 8, then this will have to be 6, right? 12, this will have to be 12, then Pythagoras Theorem can find the last one for you. Because when you cut this, this will be right angle. So you have to indicate right angle when you cut it too. Otherwise, Pythagoras Theorem is not valid. Okay, last but not the least is question 9 for me. For question 9, you have equilateral triangle, yes? And it says this is 10, so automatically these two are 10. Please pay attention. I asked you to find the area, but then I don't want you to use trig. There are other ways to find the area of this stuff, but let's just focus on Pythagoras Theorem. Which means I expect you to find the height first. That was the question I put in question 8. I said find the height, then find the area. I scaffolded that one by giving you instead. But this time around, I just give you everything at once. There is one property of an isosceles triangle. If the triangle is isosceles, where is this noise coming from? Is that you? Who is knocking? Did he? Is it candle?
outside.
Or
gym.
the general.
Is it the gym? Oh, is it time already?
No,
Yeah.
1 more minute.
Why do you guys sleep so early? It's just 4:17. I give us a few minutes. 3 minutes we're out. Oh yeah, you can stay. It's fine, but I don't want. Now, if it is right, if it is isosceles, any line you draw from here will be a perpendicular bisector. It will be a line of symmetry. That's one of the properties of isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle has one line of symmetry, the line that divides it into 2 equal parts. So, and this line is always perpendicular to the base. And it will divide it into 2 congruent triangles, which means this line will be equal to this line. This will be 90 degrees. In fact, this angle will be equal to this angle. Because it has to be congruent. Congruent means when you put them together, they will fit as one shape. So if we fold this triangle along this path, it will fit together. Which means this angle must be this angle, this line must be this line. An equilateral triangle can be seen as isosceles because two sides are equal. Just for the purpose of this solution. Understand? In that case, because this line is the line of symmetry, this will be 5, this will be 5. So you can have one of the congruent triangles to look like this. Unknown, 10, 5. Then you can find the height by Pythagoras Theorem. And once you get the height, then you say area is equal to base times height divided by 2. Your base is the original 10. Your height is what you find out here, and you get it. By next week, I'll teach you a way that you don't have to go through this double step. Find the height first, then find the area. Directly using trig ratio, you can find it. But the purpose of this is to make sure you can learn this one as well. Okay, whose worksheet is this? 1 minute, please, before you go. For the second one, you have found, for the trig ratio now, you have been able to find the first one. You said each pair is the same value, right? Yes, it will be. And I ask you to complete sine theta is equal to what? Has anybody tried? What is it? Cos what? Bracket 90 minus theta, not divided. Okay, we call them complementary angles. Have you heard of complementary angles? Angles that add up to what? 90. If two angles are complementary, the sine of one is the cosine of the other. That's actually the meaning of cosine. Complement of sine. That's what it means. Okay? Pick any two angles that add up to 90. Let's listen to her, yes? 45, 45. Okay, this side, press sine 45. This side, press 45, cos 45. Each side should get 7071, 0 point, I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tamash, give me any two complementary angles that add up to 90.
38, 52.
38 and?
52.
Okay, this side, sine 38. This side, cos 52. And tell us your answer together.
0.615.
Same thing. Okay, let's flip it. Instead of sine 38, you guys do sine 52. You do cos 48 this time. Flip it. Is it the same? Just tell us the answer.
0.788.
The same thing again. If two angles will add up to 90, sine of one must be equal to the cosine of the other. And that makes sense from here. If this is theta, this angle is 90 minus theta. Do you agree?
Yes.
So if this is theta, let's forget about this. This will be the opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. Right? So let's say this is A, let's say this is P, I'm sorry, in this sec, you go. This is H, O, and A. If I find sine theta, it will be P over R, right? But if this angle is indicated, this will be the opposite, and this will have been the adjacent. Am I making sense? So for this angle, my P over R will have been adjacent over hypotenuse. Am I making sense? And that will have been cos 90 minus theta to be another P over R. The meaning of cos is complement of sine. For those of you that will do HL later, we'll teach you something called cot, cotangent, complement of tangent. This relationship we hold again, because it's the complement. So cot of theta will be tan of 90 minus theta, and the other way around. Am I making sense? So if you see any question like this, okay, these are the ways they test us back in the days. What is the value, without calculator, anybody, what is the value of sine 20 divided by cos 70 degrees? Without the use of calculator, what is that?
0.
No, close.
1.
1. Why 1?
Because it's like.
Give me a direct answer, I don't want to waste of time. Yes?
They're the same thing.
They're the same thing. Are they not the same?
Yeah.
Sine 20 cos 70, isn't that what we just talked about? So if you divide the same thing, what do you get?
1.
You don't need a calculator to figure that out. Just trig investigations. Understand? So quickly, sorry. I just want to check one last thing before you go. Number 13. This time around, the last one I will talk about is number 13. Apologies, please, for the extra time. This is 12, 12, and this is 10. If you divide it, is this going to be symmetry again?
Yes.
Why?
Isosceles.
Isosceles triangle. So what is this?
5.
So my first question was, calculate the angle which any of the equal sides makes with the base, this angle. So you can draw out the triangle, theta, 5, 12, and you find this. Am I making sense? And the next question I said find the height. It's again from here, you can find the height. But I said what? Using? Why did I say that?
You can use Pythagoras.
You can use Pythagoras. Because two sides are given. You can find this one. Or you could use trig. And I think only one, no, any of the trig can work, right? Because you can use this, you can use this. Two trigs can work. Okay? Then I say find the area. So once you find your height, you can use your base and your height, and that's it. Any question?
No.
For number 14, try to draw the height. So number 13 and 14 are similar. Except that in number 14, I didn't break it into two questions. I said calculate the height of the rhombus. I put that here. The rhombus is a parallelogram. Agree? And the area of a parallelogram is what? Base times height. The only problem we have is the height, because we already know the base. Right? And because it's a rhombus, what can you say about the size of a rhombus? Speak louder. All equal. So this is 10 also. Are you with me? So with that, you can draw a perpendicular here. When you draw a perpendicular, you are dealing with this triangle now. Can you see? This is 10. You don't know this, because this is not necessarily halfway. Are you with me? But you know this, and you know angle 80 degrees. And this is what you have to find. This is 80 degrees. So similarly, like this, you find your height, and you find the area. Okay? So now you can complete all this yourself. I'll see you on Monday. Sorry for the extra time. Who's this?